Trinity Shamrocks. Move over Bo Hoffman. Move over Alex Ray. We got the newest Shamrock here on the channel. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
I'm Grant Ohlmann. Wrestled 2006 to 2010 for Trinity.
And you are the 2010
State champ.
what weight class?
145.
145-pound state champion for Trinity 2010. Now, you may notice some other people in the shot here. So, Grant, where has life brought you since, winning the state championship?
Well, my life has gotten filled up with these two wonderful girls here. They're both little warriors. This little one was in the NICU for 2 months, and they said that she might not make it. She was on the ventilator, but she's a little fighter, and her mama too. They're both fighters.
Absolutely. So she knows how to stay off her back, don't you, baby doll? Huh?
Good one.
Tell us who we got here. Give us the names, ma'am.
This is Miss Elise Adira Ohlmann. She's 1 year and 2 months, and she's happy as ever and healthy as ever. Thank you, everybody, for who has journeyed with us and who helped us along the way. But she's totally healthy now, totally normal. And this is my
Papa talking.
this is my beautiful love of my life, Aaliyah Ohlmann, and she's my bride and joy.
All right. So we've got the whole crew here, and I'm glad that this one is healthy. So you will be able to watch yourself and watch Dad wrestle for a long time. Is that cool? Now we'll go ahead and put the word out. Girls wrestling is now sanctioned in Kentucky, so you might be seeing.
No.
Not
allowed.
Daddy said no.
Not gonna happen, huh?
No, I don't know what it is, but it seems like God sends little girls to a lot of wrestlers. It seems like
a lot of wrestling dads out there that have little ones.
Yeah.
So we may try to sweet talk him into letting you wrestle. Okay? So be looking out for her in about 16 more years.
Hey, watch out! She'll take down some dudes. She's fierce. Her middle name is Adira, which is Hebrew for strength. She has shown us that. So.
Well, that's awesome. So we're gonna let them kind of go back. I think it's nap time or feeding time. It's one of those times. Thank you all for joining us, and really appreciate it. So there you have it, family. We all once we leave school, we go our separate ways, and we create lives. We create families, and we got all kind of toys and baby toys, which that's what you're supposed to do, man. Which give a better life to your kids than you ever had. So it looks like by the amount of toys here, you could have a Toys R Us here in your front room. So kind of walk us through. We know Trinity has the history, like I mentioned. Those two has-beens, Bo Hoffman and Alex Ray, they come before you. Both those guys are my buddies. In case you don't know, they're really good friends of the channel. And Trinity, though, has, a pedigree. They have a lineage, a tradition of wrestling. 3 state championships. We'll talk about 2 of those. The 1989 Team State Championship. And I've got Trinity with 40 individual state champions. Now, I'm sure if I'm incorrect about that, somebody wearing those Shamrocks will correct me. But do you start off like in the Trinity feeder program? Do you transfer into Trinity? How does your wrestling journey begin?
Okay, so actually my wrestling journey began with Coach Mark Hitchings.
Okay.
And,
he's on the channel as well.
Yeah, so Mark had a Optimist League at Fern Creek, and I had 2 older brothers that always picked on me, and I wasn't good at any other sports, which is a common wrestler thing.
That will.
But so, my mom had reached out to Mark, and she said, she thought that I'd be good at it or would like it. So we reached out to Mark, and I got in first at Fern Creek Optimist League in 5th grade. Started wrestling then. Wrestled, it was 2 years with that, I think, or I can't remember, maybe 6th grade. They turned over into like Trinity, kind of like a feeder program.
I got you.
And that group of guys, we all, for the most part, a lot of us, that core group of guys, we stayed together and then all went to Trinity together.
And it paid out. Like I said, we'll talk about that here just in a little bit. But Mark Hitchings, 1981 state champion from Fern Creek. That video's on the channel, and we're going to be meeting with Brad and Brent here in the coming. We're filming this in March. I think it's March 19th today, and we're going to be getting with them at some point and doing their review videos as well. So you go to Trinity. You've already got a wrestling base, which, as we're seeing now, most kids are starting in elementary, starting in middle. I mean, to see somebody start in high school and have success is now becoming a rarity because you can do it all year. I mean, you can go just about every single weekend somewhere and wrestle, no matter where it is, whether you're going to the beach, Pigeon Forge, Illinois, Indiana, somewhere, Ohio. There's even events in Kentucky. But starting, you can't get over how important it is to start, especially now, starting at a young age and get quality coaching. And, Mark, I mean, he's Mark Hitchings. You also had Richard Brown. Both those guys, former state champions, led their teams to team titles at some point. But I have got, where's it at? I've got Trinity in your senior year with 10 place winners. Let's go over them real quick. I got John Fahey. Of course, he wins 112 pounds. He wins that by default that year. But John is a 4-time state champion. Myron Bradbury in 2010. He beats Mark Hall. Oh, by the way, Mark Hall goes on to Penn State and wins the national championship. Kind of hard to say he's not, one of the best ever to come through Kentucky. You had 125 pounds. Brandon Burke at 5th place. 130. Brent Hitchings, 5th place. Of course, he wins it in 2012. 160. Aaron McCauley, 2nd place. Brad Hitchings, he wins it at 171 pounds. He's a 2-timer, 09 and 10. Cooper Bond, 189 pounds, 8th place. Brendan Darrow at 2nd place in 2010. And then your heavyweight, Will Flynn, 5th place. So you guys had 10, you and everybody else, 10 place winners. Let's kind of talk about your wrestling journey as far as the state tournament goes. In 2007, I found you were in 125-pound weight class. You made it, but didn't place.
Right.
Which, it happens. I mean, going in as a freshman, you're there, you got the experience. Next year, you come back. 2008, you come in 5th place, and it looks like you beat Jake Skinner 6-0 in 130-pound bracket. Does that jog in any memories? Okay.
A little bit.
I like to go through all the years. That way guys are like, man, I should have, man, how'd that guy beat me? Now, 2009.
That year I wrestled, Irvin too a couple of times. I think Josh Johnson won it that year.
Yep, Josh won it. Yep.
Caleb got 2nd.
Okay. Caleb Irvin?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he was tough. There's something in the water out there in Union County. I don't know what it is.
Well, that's one of my I guess achievements I could boast in is that besides Josh Johnson, I think I might be the only guy who beat Caleb.
Oh, really?
I beat him in when we wrestled state duels.
Okay, all right.
Now Caleb's gonna watch this and say you left out that he beat me probably 3 times before then, but I got the last win.
Hey, it's all that matters, right? That last parting shot.
They're great. They're great.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be going to Union County at some point. This coming year, 2023, we're gonna be going out there and meeting with as many of those Union County. There's like 78 of them now. So I may be there for a month or so, but just depends on how it goes. Now, 2009, Trinity wins the team title, and you make it to the finals. But from what I found, you come up just a little bit short against Dusty Brown of Campbell County. Drop a 3-6 decision. And if I had 2009 is one of the years that I'm missing. So you guys are going to see a list of the years I do have. If you have a year that I don't, please reach out, because we were talking off camera trying to find the iHigh archive. We know it was on iHigh. There's a lot of guys from 2009 that we do want to get with. We just don't have the video because it was on iHigh. So if you know where the iHigh archive is, or if you have the 2009 video, reach out to me, reach out to Grant, or just anybody that you know that I know, or social media or whatever, and we would love to contact you and try to get a copy, because that is a year that we're missing. But over the years, we've done videos with guys of their team may have won, but they got to the finals and got beat, or they were in like the fourth place match or the fourth place match, they get beat, and you can just tell they should be pumped, excited, overjoyed, and they're just like, why am I even here, man? I don't want to be out there.
You hit the nail on the head, man. Because I was just talking to my wife earlier that I didn't even get a ring that year. Which I should have been able to rejoice in the fact that my team won it, and it was the first time that we had won it since I don't know, 89 or
89. That's
89,
exactly right.
Yeah. So it was a big deal, and I got to be a part of that. It was to quote an old mentor, Master Yoda, the greatest teacher failure is.
Absolutely.
So honestly, that year, one other thing, actually, I probably had about a third of the year where I was out because I got mono.
Oh.
And mono wipes you out, and it was the worst time of the season. It was right in the meat, right in the middle of the season. And I think I came back for quarterfinals, regionals, and state. And I didn't really wrestle a whole lot when I came back, and I didn't even wrestle. A lot of the guys I did wrestle, I pinned, so I didn't go the full 6 minutes a lot of times. And I think in that bracket, I had maybe 4 falls, and then I come up against Dusty Brown in the finals, and I just it was just devastating. It's not. It's a good word for it. It was very hard seeing my team win it, and then getting second, because like you mentioned, Brad, Fahey, Myron, all these guys, 2-time, Fahey, 4-timer.
Yeah, 4-timer.
And then they didn't make it any easier. They started calling me numero dos.
Yeah. I can see how that would be.
Put the fire in me. I already was very, very driven, but after that year, it was on another level. So.
Yeah, there's nothing like getting
so close.
Your teammates, busting you all year. Hey, what place did you get?
Yeah, right.
Second or first?
No, and they were sure to remind me that, like, probably every day at lunch.
I can believe that, because I probably would have done the exact same thing. Hey, is it 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock? My watch always says 1 o'clock. I don't know about your watch. So you come in as a senior, being about 8 inches lower on the second place podium there. Coming in off season, all that. Are you like that? If I don't get back here and I don't win it, it's a disappointment no matter what happens for your...
If I don't win it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was... to understand, to truly... It's going to be hard for me to truly describe how much it meant to me. My whole life was dedicated to wrestling from when I started in 5th grade. I had a Rocky cutout in my room, and I did like... chin-ups, and I was always training. I was very motivated, and even since I was 6th grade or so, I was like, I want to be on that podium. I want to win. My uncle, he won state at St. X 1987, and so I was really determined to win, and I really felt like that I had to win that year, or wouldn't be satisfied.
And your uncle beats Dave Barnes, Simon Kenton, and Dave's videos on the channel. There's a little bit, we'll insert a little bit of a clip of your uncle wrestling here, but also Dave mentioned in his video, like before, and I would love to find like these negatives, the finalists would come out and they'd have the referee like, hold each hand and do like a portrait, just a, and they would send it out, whether win or lose, they would send it out to the schools they could put in their trophy case. And they done that from like 82, 83 on to about 95, 96, somewhere in that neighborhood. And for some reason in 87, they done it after the match. So Dave Barnes, he said he wrestled that whole match, got beat. He said, there I was, sweaty, out of breath, just got beat. And we're having to stand there, taking a photo. And I guess his parents hung it up in their house. He said, I'd had to look at that photo every single day.
Yep.
And I never wanted to feel like that again.
Right.
And Dave goes on in 1988. He wins Most Outstanding Wrestler, 135-pound state champion. He goes on. He's a NCAA All-American in 1992. So seeing that photo of your uncle, big smile, and then Dave, all gassed. If your uncle still has that photo, I'd love to get a copy of it for real. If you have that, please get a copy of it to Grant. Get it to me because I'd love to send that to Dave. Say, hey man,
I'd like to see it too.
What's up? So you come in though. It doesn't have your record on here
for 145
for
2010
for 2010.
Okay.
Do you remember what it was?
When I got to the finals, I was 44-1.
44-1. Okay.
So I was 40-1.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, 40-2.
40-2.
Yeah.
Tell us about the two. Come on, we gotta
Man,
we gotta know about the two.
I knew he was gonna ask me that.
We gotta know about the two.
Well, the first one was up in I can't remember, Moeller or Cincinnati or someone. So that doesn't count. It's not even in the state.
Yeah, we won't pretend that didn't happen.
The second one I really don't want to mention, but it was I was wrestling at the Raider Rumble, and I was wrestling Josh Johnson.
Okay.
He beat me 10. I didn't even want to say the score because I didn't think it was that far, but it was 10-5. But generally, whenever I wrestled, I kind of peaked later on in the year. I just was a little bit more. I was definitely a lot more fluid.
I got
more
you.
Chain wrestling, those kind of things near the end of the season. But yeah, I lost to Josh, and that was the only loss I had in the state, and that was at Raider Rumble, and I think we were both at 52 at that point.
And no shame in getting beat by Josh, two-timer, John Hard. So let's go in here and talk about your 2010 145-pound state championship campaign. The first round, it's got you wrestling Alfredo Gonzalez from Woodford County. You win that by a major decision, 14-4. Second round, you're wrestling Quincy Jacobs from South Oldham. You win that by a fall in 3 minutes and 9 seconds. And Quincy goes on to get 5th place that year. Then we get to the quarterfinals. You're wrestling Matt Sloan from Sheldon Clark, and you win that by a 6-2 decision. And Matt goes on to get 4th that year. Now, the year prior, Matt was in the state finals. He comes up a little bit short there, but still, I mean, that's a tough draw.
Right. So, 2 things I want to mention. So, on my bracket, I know everybody feels like, they might have the hardest route or something, but maybe brags on their story. But I think 145 was one of the most stacked weight classes, and especially on my side. I had Matt Sloan, and then if I beat him, I had Shotwell. And then I had Demery. So all 3 of these guys are guys who, Matt Sloan and Shotwell, they had both been to the finals before, and then Demery, he hadn't been in the finals, but they're all seniors. This is their last chance to get on the podium. But Shotwell and Sloan, they both been to the finals, and yeah, we're all seniors, so Stakes are high. And then a little side note on Matt Sloan. So Matt Sloan was a name that we wouldn't mention in our household. So
Yeah.
he so back in middle school wrestling, Matt Sloan won the year I was, let's see, he won it in 2005 for sure, and I think I got third. And then in 2000, so he wins it. He's an 8th grader, and I'm a 7th grader. So I'm like, all right, well, he's going on, and I got my chance next year. Well, Matt Sloan ended up wrestling or being in 8th grade again, repeating, and so I had Matt Sloan again. And 2006, right? 2006? No, it was 2005. The year before, I was in 8th grade. Matt Sloan, he won. We wrestled in the finals. I was runner up, and Matt Sloan, he was at that point All-American.
Yeah, Matt was really good.
He
just
was
unbelievable.
Yeah, and he got MOW that year when he won. So fast forward to 2010. This is the first time me and Matt Sloan had a rematch. So I was I had the fire, man, and I was pumped up for that. I remember talking to my dad, and
I can believe that, not getting to wrestle somebody for all that time and just that fire smoldering, getting ready to, steam engine explode.
Yeah.
So semifinals, you're wrestling Corey Shotwell from Campbell County. And like you said, I think he was in the finals maybe the year before or the year before that. It was one of the years.
Yeah, I think he got third one year and then was in the finals another year.
I think that very well, because like you said, all you guys are seniors. Now, you've wrestled the 4th, the 5th, 4th, and 3rd place wrestlers on your side.
5th, 4th, so 5th, 4th, 1st, and then Demery in the finals was 2nd.
Yeah, I've got it. Quincy was 5th, Matt was 4th, Shotwell was 3rd, and then, of course, so you've wrestled.
Oh, you're talking about who placed?
Yeah.
Okay, I was talking about going into it. Sloan was ranked 4th overall.
Oh, okay.
I was 3rd. Shotwell was 1st. Demery was 2nd. So I had 4, 1, 2. Who I had to face back to back to back.
That's a tough draw. Now you pin Corey Shotwell 3 minutes and 25 seconds. So that's pretty tough on your part, having a murderer's row, if you will, and especially then the state tournament was 3 days. It was the 18th, 19th, and 20th of February 2010. So you're of course at the dungeon, and it's not. I know it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, to sit in the bleachers or sit around all day and then expect to be at your peak performance. When of course I'm sure you'd play warm up, but still, it's hard to just get out and be amped up when you've had to sit and watch wrestlebacks, other weights, knowing what's out ahead of you. The Tom Petty song, "The waiting is the hardest part." Let's go. Let's get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's get this wrestling over with. So, like I said, you get a fall over Shotwell, 3 minutes, 25 seconds. You go on to the finals. You're wrestling Terrence Demery of North Hardin.
Yep.
Now, we're not going to tell you the score. We have the video. And it should be noted that your coaches that year are Mark Hitchings, 1981
Coach Brown,
state champion from Fern Creek, and Richard Brown, the 1990 189-pound state champion from Trinity. And Richard's memorial video is on the channel. And the year before, Trinity had won the team title, 09.
Yep.
And the thing about the 89 team, and I've said it in other videos, but there's only 5 teams in the state history that have won the team title without winning or having an individual state champion. And Trinity's 1989 is one of those 5.
Oh,
yep.
I know that.
Yep. And, of course, you had Coach Ken Ellenbrand, the coach of that team. he's still around the program. He was at the state tournament this year. I said hi to him. He was in Alex Ray's video, and he was in Richard Brown's memorial video. So, like I said, man, Trinity's got, a lineage. They've got just a deep tradition in every single sport, no matter what it is. And I actually have video of the 1969 state finals. You guys have seen those. And I have a 1969 Trinity wrestler win state championship. The 1969 state championship took place in Trinity's gym. So that was kind of cool about that. So, like I said, I've got 40 individual state champions. I've got Trinity with 2 most outstanding wrestlers, 1980, Larry Gibson, and from 2012, John Fahey.
Yep.
And it's, like I said, man, just such a deep tradition. Now, if you can't tell, we're in your house. We're actually going to go, we're on the bottom floor. We're going to go upstairs, and you have a pretty cool, trophy cabinet, trophy case with all your stuff. So we're going to take the camera upstairs. We'll see you guys about 10 feet higher than what we are now. Now, when you have your own house, you may not get your own man cave, but at least you can have your own wrestling trophy case, trophy shelf here. Now, this is at the top of your stairs, if you can't tell, by the way.
And I'm proud of it.
Hey, listen, I would be proud of it too if I had as much as you got. So, you have some really cool. Start off by showing us your state championship medal and your plaque up top there.
Okay, so this is for 2010 state wrestling champion. Here's the medal. I had those 3 lined up.
Yeah.
There's the medal.
The big state championship medal, man. And then that was another cool thing that the KHSAA used to hand out was these plaques right here.
Yeah, really cool. Really like it.
And also the bracket. So you got the plaque and the bracket. Kind of I guess the smaller bracket, but still it's still the bracket. And you had some Trinity certificates that you wanted to let the world know that you won, and some other people didn't, right?
Yeah, these might be just a little bit of bragging rights.
Man, that's what it's for.
Yeah, so most wins, 45 out of the whole team, out of Fahey, Hitchings, Bradbury,
and
all others.
You guys are going to see photos of these too.
Most takedowns, 93. Yeah. Most valuable senior. And I don't remember what this one's for, but it says in recognition of Mike Deller Award. I'll have to look that up.
We'll have to get our research team on that and see what that award's for. But man, you've got like a middle school state trophy right here. You have to pull it out, but you got all your trophies.
That's the product of Sloan right there.
Oh yeah,
state runner-up.
So Matt Sloan has the gold version of that.
The gold.
I'm sure Matt Sloan sends his love. And then your headgear up there, is that what you wore in the state finals?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's up there.
And the shoes here.
So you guys are going to be seeing
shoes and the singlet.
These headgear and shoes here, and the shoes look to be in great shape.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of like a blowout, it looked like on one of the sides there, but
I still wrestled in them a little bit.
Oh, did you?
I coached up at Trinity. Yeah.
I got you.
So got some use out of them.
You've got all the and it's right here at the very top of the steps here in your home. So everybody that comes in, they can say, "Hey, does a wrestler live here?"
That was a recent addition. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
so we're going to go back downstairs. We're going to get our TV set up. We're going to go back to the dungeon 2010. We'll see you guys 10 feet lower. The dungeon, the best atmosphere the KHSAA ever produced. I will stand on that. I will die on that hill. There's no atmosphere that's ever been better than the dungeon. So you guys are seeing what we're seeing.
Wrestling under the lights.
Absolutely.
My last match of my career. And one thing that was really sweet about this was Coach Brown, before I walked out there, I was very driven, like I mentioned, had a lot of motivation. I was determined to win this. It was my last match, last time to win state. I mean, I wouldn't have cared if Brock Lesnar was out there in a singlet. Like, I was ready to get after it. And but even with all that said, I was nervous and I was very confident. But what Coach Brown said to me was it just shows the power of the influence that a coach can have in your life as a mentor, as a friend, and as a coach. And I'll never forget that before I went out there, Coach Brown looked at me right whenever it was time for me to go out there, and he said, "You ready to win a state championship?" And just those words he said to me, I'll always keep, I'll always treasure. Just the confidence he had in me, because I was confident, but still, that extra boost of confidence that he had no doubt that I was going to come out victorious this time, whereas last time I had gotten second. So it just says what coaches can do in a person's life.
Oh, absolutely. Now, like I think we said earlier, you've been looking for this video for a long time,
right?
And it's been a while since you saw it.
13 years.
13.
So, and I've went through great lengths that I've shared with Alex to watch this video, find this video, and so this is his first time. So I'm really excited to watch it.
We have the match, we have the medal ceremony, and we have a special treat at the end that we threw in. So, Grant, if you would, lean down and hit the space bar for us.
Right.
He wanted to stand because he wanted to move around.
To be in the stance. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm a little I'm so excited I can't sit down. Watch this. Here we go.
All right, here we go. All right, now, I'm telling you, kind of chill out a second. Chill out. You ready to go?
Yeah, I got that Iron Man.
You have like a lot of family in the crowd, or?
Oh yeah, it was everywhere I went. I had the whole fan club, the whole family really.
I got you.
Traveled with. We're both ready to go.
Ready to go, baby. Ready to go. All right, so you lock up with him.
Yep.
What's your go-to takedown?
Underhook series to a knee pick or a high C, or use both of them. Chain wrestling, Russian I was going for right there. Mm-hmm. Terrence was real good on his feet. He only had one loss so far this season. He lost to, I believe it was Caleb Irvin, and it was a close match. He lost, I think, 4-1. So he's great on his feet, and he's a great guy as well as his dad too. So Terrence had a few slide by attempts into a shot multiple times. So I'm realizing here, okay, he's had 2 shots, I think, and I'm realizing I got to do something or I might get hit with stalling. So I got to work my plan. Yeah, he's going to slide by shot. He kept doing that. It's really nice chain wrestle. I got the Russian here, and I get the takedown.
There it is. There it is. Finish. There it is.
Yep. 2-on-1.
2.
Double leg. Yep. And that was a big moment, and it goes back to, coaches always tell you about getting the first takedown. It's, more often than not, when you get that first takedown, you end up winning.
It's like you're trying like a stud cradle right there, pulling that arm through.
Yeah, that was my move. I did have a lot of pins, and I did a lot of, I would do the cross-face cradle.
Right. And actually, I think George Ferree pinned this year in the 2023 state finals. He pinned Dalton Matney with the stud cradle in the first period. So that must be a staple of Trinity.
Yeah, well, we used to do the put the arm on the back. I forgot what it's called. And there was a cradle from there. You got it running across the back right there.
I was talking about
a cradle, and it's.
So it cut. I'm not sure if you chose down, he chose down, he deferred or whatever, but you chosen down. And
nice.
Reversal.
So that was the same move that we pause it real quick.
Yeah, we can. Go ahead. Just hit.
That was the same move that I had hit on Shotwell in the previous match. You see Terrence went on his back for just a split second. He recovered. Shotwell didn't. The cool thing about that move was it goes to Coach Brown again. That Coach Brown, he, I love him, miss him lots. He loved wrestling. He loved the kids.
Right.
He had a lot of technique that he taught us, and that move was a jiu-jitsu move. So he was teaching us stuff other guys were like, what the heck is that?
That's
so
kind of cool.
Yeah, so that was called the switch sweep, and it's pretty cool because you can go from where either guy could be on top of that, and but you go from being on bottom to flipping them onto their back, and yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
little.
Coach Brown, he was a technicianist, man. He had a lot of cool
You ready
stuff.
to get us
Yeah.
back going again?
Yeah.
So you got the reversal.
Got the reversal.
It's 4-0.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. 4-0.
It's like you're trying like a head lever there.
Yeah.
But trying it again, not getting it. All right, he caught a stalemate there. Cover. He's trying to. All right, so you cut him.
Yeah, he gets one.
One, not two. One, not two.
Right. I gotta do the 2-on-1 or the underhook series right here.
And there's the banner back there for AHI. So, again, if you know where the AHI archive is, please contact me. Nice snap right there.
Yeah.
Best snap down in the state finals in the history of Kentucky is Miguel Merritt, 1995. Okay. It's not even close. Nobody else has better snap downs than Miguel Merritt.
I think Wolfsfer had a pretty good one too. Johnny Wolfsfer.
Yeah, we're from Fern Creek.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I've heard, I don't have any video on him, but full video, but I've heard, man, that dude was...
He was a bad dude.
Was a meat grinder.
Yeah.
All right, so done a good job stuffing that right there. You wrestle back to your feet.
He's trying that slide back.
He's tried that about 5 times.
Yep, got it right at the end. Oh, did I get it right here at the end? No. See, it's rusty. Oh, I did get it.
2.
I did get it. Okay.
I'm going to see if you remembered that or not.
I knew I got another takedown, but I didn't know if it was right then or not. So I'm feeling really good at this point. 6-1.
6-1. Going into the third, he takes down.
Feeling real confident. Yeah.
Wait on the whistle. Wait on the whistle.
The advantage too is that I've been here before. Terrence is not. In the reversal of this role a year ago.
Well, yeah. And you guys are ready, man. You guys are ready. Take a breath. Step back. Going for that.
On that crossface.
That crossface cradle again.
Yeah. More of, I would love to have gotten the cradle, but more of just, trying to ride Russell Smart at this point because of 6-1 last period. Trying to do the head lever. Spiral ride.
Got that spiral ride going on.
Yep. I think he hit some type of roll or a reversal on me here. Trying to break him down. There's that arm series, trying to get it on.
Here's the Trinity crowd cheering for you.
Yeah. It was amazing at this point what was going on internally. I knew.
All right, green stalling. So you got 59.8. You look up the clock and say, okay, let's just don't do anything stupid here. Russell.
I think he hits like I don't know. Yeah.
So I love seeing this because, like, you're working, but you're not working for a turn because I can imagine that, you overcommit yourself too much on him.
I'm
Man,
just trying to be smart.
He can.
Right, he's quick, explosive. I think he hits something right here, doesn't he?
Now, in your corner, you've got Coach Richard Brown and Mark Hitchings, right?
I think so. Yeah, I can't believe let him get that.
Still holding on to the leg, still holding on. And then finally you...
At this point, yeah, I'm just like, let him have it.
Yep. There it is, man. The crowd counted you down.
Yeah. Yeah, it was sweet, man. It was so sweet. It's everything I worked for.
And then it goes to the medal ceremony. J-Town, that was in your region, I guess.
Yep.
Iroquois. That's not too far.
No, it's right around.
I was say because I passed Iroquois Park getting here. There's Chris McCoy.
Joe Whalen, I think he wins it the next year at 145. He's from Henry Clay.
That's Tate's Creek. Now the next four guys on the podium, you wrestled this tournament.
Yeah. It was definitely, like I said, it was really stacked on that one side. But I think that was an advantage to me that I had a hard path to get to the finals over.
There's Matt.
Yeah.
Corey. There's Coach Bancamper. He's retired now. And then, drum roll, please. There's that plaque you guys just saw, and the bracket.
Yep. I think I just jump up the front there. I didn't even
on top of the podium, man, on top of the world.
Yep, I was.
And then we have in 2010, of course, Trinity wins the team title, and this got the video of Trinity getting the trophy. That's Bridget DeVries and Mike Barron, at the time the commissioner and assistant commissioner. And see if you can point some of these guys out here. Because I know Coach Ellen Brand is in there, Coach Brown.
Yeah, there's Aaron. Aaron ended up Macaulay wrestling J.J. Jude in the semis and got a pin, surprise. Ended up getting second to Lampy, Burke on the left, Myron and Brad in the middle, Brendan Darrow's on the right, Coach Brown you can see back there.
There's
Coach Coleman on the right.
Is it Ron Coleman, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
there's Ellen Brand.
Ken Ellen Brand.
Yep.
You got all the.
We got the whole crew here.
Got the whole shebang there, man. 2010 state champion Trinity High School. Yeah.
That picture is up at a McAllister's around here, like over on Breckenridge Lane. And the funny thing is that I'm cut out of it.
Are you really?
Yeah. I showed my wife when we went there the other day, half a year ago, and I was like, "Oh, that's our picture." And then I'm cut. It's the way
we need to take that and send them a new one. Say, here you go. Put a good one back up. So, does it play out the way you remember it?
Yep, it does. I knew I had gotten three. I get 2 or 3 takedowns.
You get 2 takedowns. You get a reversal, and I think you either get a stalling point or a caution point. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, it did. Yep. And then I knew he got the reversal at the end, which, you know, feel disappointed a little bit about. But at the same time, it was like, you know, it's all good.
Yep.
It was everything that I was hoping for that year and more.
Absolutely.
To get that.
And of course, you know, win a individual championship, 2 team state championships.
And to get the team, yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty good wrestling career. And we done Richard Brown's memorial video and Alex Ray's video in Trinity's mat room there above, I guess, the football weightlifting complex, all that. And it's got, you know, the photos up of the Trinity state champions.
Yeah.
Then it's got, I think, your like 2, 3, and 4 timers have like their own banner. It's got the 89, 09, and 2010 team photos up all around the place. So really nice mat room. But like I've said in just about every video, you know, walking into a gym, walking into an arena or wherever, and they may have, you know, like a banner with your name on it or a plaque or whatever it may be, even a photo. That doesn't tell the story. That doesn't tell, you know, you never got to see that person wrestle. You never got to see, you know, oh man, this guy on his feet, man, there was nobody better. Or this guy's, you know, half, or this guy's, you know, he could escape. Nobody could hold him down. And now that we have the video and, you know, we can share it, and I know all the Trinity guys are going to be watching this. I think we're going to block Bo and Alex Ray from it. Bo Hoffman and Alex Ray, we're going to put like a block on it so they can't. No, I'm kidding,
Can't
guys.
comment on it.
Yeah, they can watch but can't comment. They can watch but can't comment. So, man, anything to wrap this up, man?
I guess, you know, first, thanks to Alex finding the video. I mean, 13 years since I've seen it, so super pumped about that. And just shout out to all the people that have played a part in me getting there. Coach Brown, Coach Mark, all the Trinity coaches, and even Fern Creek coaches early on. And then our wrestling room. We had a great wrestling room. That year we had 2010, I think 6 guys in the finals, and ended up 4 state champs, I think.
Yeah, I've got the paper here somewhere. I don't know where it's at, but I mean.
But we had a tough room. Brad was, you know, he was my wrestling partner, and then I had Aaron as well, and other guys. But you know, it's iron sharpens iron, so one brother strengthens another.
That's true.
It's definitely a big part of it is who you can wrestle with. So we had a great wrestling room. My teammates. So super glad for that. I like what you always say too in the videos that you know, this is we're not living in the past watching these. Right. You know, not Uncle Rico style trying to live in the past, but it is a special part of my story, and a definitely important part of my story.
And anybody that knows me or have been around me for any length of time, you know that my favorite, where I draw a lot of inspiration from as far as like creativity goes, and even like the way I plan stuff out, is from Quentin Tarantino. Pulp Fiction is my favorite, my all-time, you know, favorite movie. And I saw an interview with Quentin Tarantino years ago that he had done. And, you know, Pulp Fiction is like a 2.5 hour long movie. Very long, you got to like pay attention to the character development. But what Quentin Tarantino had said in the interview is that he had wrote backstories longer than the scripts for the characters. Longer backstory for, Vincent Vega, Jules Winfield, Butch Coolidge, all these characters that played a part in that role. He wrote longer backstories than the actual script.
Yeah.
He said, but the backstories were for me to develop the character.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is what, you know, is great about doing this, is you may work with people that never knew you wrestled in school, never knew you were a state champion. You may, have to come into friends or whatever the case may be. You may have kids, you've got a youngster, but she might have never known how good Dad was. Get to see Dad wrestle, and to be able to go back, in that book of life, if you will, chapter this verse here, boom, I've got it. This is part of my character backstory. This is part of what got me to here. This is where, this is what made me. And that's, so many people have said in the videos about wrestling is, I couldn't blame the point guard for not making the pass.
Right.
I can't blame the receiver for dropping it in the state finals, or the pitcher had an off night or whatever. It's
all on you.
If I won it, I won it because I was out there. I can't, if I lost it, I didn't work hard enough. The other person was better. Shake their hand. Hey, man, you may have got me this time, but next time, big boy, you better watch out because I'm coming. And that sounds like what you done. Got to the finals. Hey, no matter who it is in 2010, you'd better watch out because I'm coming. So I want to say thank you for the ribs. We had some delicious ribs and some delicious food here.
Yeah.
I actually brought a different shirt. I didn't want to get barbecue and spices and all on my shirt, so it was really good. I think you done it in a smoker, if I'm not.
Yep.
And it was very good.
6 hour smoke.
It was.
For them.
It was very delicious. So that's the way.
Wrestlers know how to eat.
That's right.
Sure.
That's right. So, man, thank you for having me at your home.
Thank you so much.
Really
man.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
a lot.
That's all that I have. Are you satisfied?
Oh, I'm real satisfied. I'm gonna be super pumped to watch this again and again.
Yeah. And you're gonna be, of course, we're gonna give him a thumb drive with a copy of the match on it. So that way, there's no more searching for 13 years. So that's all that I have. Trinity Shamrocks, you got one of your greats here. Be sure to share it. Let the world know just how good the Trinity Wrestling program is. But until next time, we'll see you guys on the mats.